Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. My name is Marcy, and I am a holistic wellness and lifestyle practitioner and coach, also a speaker, a writer, and I am here to talk to you a little bit about holistic wellness. And holistic wellness is, it's not that woo-woo that people think about, hippies and sitting there and having incense and meditation. No, holistic just means whole, everything together: your mind, your body, your spirit, your environment, your social circle, and everything that is in your energy field. So when we talk about holistic, it's the body, mind, everything as a whole. So first of all, I am not here to treat, cure, or prescribe anything. If you have any medical concerns, please consult your practitioner. I am just here to inform and suggest on some different modalities that there has been research, and it's very informative on getting the body well, and or keeping the body well, because I'm really into preventative, and the more we can prevent illness, the better it will be for not only us, but our pocketbooks, because it's very expensive to not be well. And we can spend our entire life working, doing all these things, and then we end up spending all the money that we made on trying to get healthy and well again. And that's why, if we're informed on more modalities and more things that could actually help us from the inside out, then maybe there won't be as much illness in our bodies. So for one, there's I have like 7 or 8 different things I want to talk about when it comes to our mind, our body, and holistic wellness. Number one would be the emotional part. And the emotional part plays a huge role on our physical, because what we think actually gets ingrained in our cells, and it plays a huge role on how our body processes physically. If people are really super stressed out and their cortisol is up, like you have the bear chasing you, that or you have something that's really important, and you get really anxious, and it seems to happen every day. What happens then we have a spike in our cortisol every day. When we have a spike in our cortisol every single day, what happens? That causes a lot of health issues. It causes people to have type 2 diabetes, people to have also become obese. There's all kinds of and hypertension as well. But there's all kinds of underlying health issues that people actually get when their cortisol is high. And that's all emotions. So if we can control our emotions, then we can help our wellness, help our health and wellness. And another one is if we're sad, we're upset a lot, depressed, and we are not addressing that could affect our body, and we could start becoming unwell because of that that issue in our stinking thinking, I call it. But sometimes we can't help our emotions and how we feel. So if we can do some meditation daily, I would say at least 10 to 15 minutes a day, and just get centered with with your higher self, with God, whatever you believe in, and just take that time and just reflect on your days and your life and your years, and just be grateful for every day that you're here, because no days are promised. And if we can get a handle on our emotions, our lives will change dramatically. So that's number one, is would be the motion part of it. And excuse me, I have to get a drink here. My mouth gets so dry. The next one is health and wellness. Take care of the body. Body is, listening to us every minute. It's listening, it's telling us, it's giving us signs on what we're supposed to be doing. And sometimes we don't listen. We don't listen at all. We need to stay hydrated. I actually, drink a lot of water, and I put chlorophyll in it because chlorophyll puts more oxygen into your body and more into your blood, and is really good for doing some detox in the body. So that's really good as well. But hydrate is very, very important. Keeping the body healthy, eating good organic foods, stay away from the processed foods, GMO, genetically modified, or foods that have glyphosate. We don't want, the pesticides on our food. And, organic as much as you can, and stay away from processed meats. If you are a meat eater, if you eat beef, make sure it is grass-fed beef, because that will make a huge difference. Grass-fed beef will make a big difference, in your overall wellness and how you, feel in your bodies, because all these toxins build up over the years. And when they build up over and over and over and over again, what happens is we can become overloaded with toxins. And when we become overloaded with toxins, then that's not good at all. So then we have to, spend a lot of money on trying to remove the toxins, or trying to get rid of the dis-ease in our body. So, wellness plays a huge role. And another thing is our gut health too. That is really, really important for everything, because we have so many little microbes in our body, and the microbiome plays a role in our immune system, in our blood, and in our, with our neurotransmitters in our brain, and how we process things, and how we could have, some emotional unwellness, with, stress and anxiety, because our gut health is not, up to par. And I have more information on that I can talk to you about, and on my website, but I'm just giving you a little overview right now. But gut health is really, really important. I would say, eat like I do. I actually do like a whole spoonful of kimchi, which is fermented cabbage. Fermented foods are really, really good for your gut microbiome. And what it does is it puts the good bacteria where the bad bacteria is, and it gets rid of the bad bacteria. So the more good bacteria you have in your gut, the better you're going to feel, and the better your whole body it's going to feel. So I mean, yogurts, kefir, kombucha, anything fermented, sauerkraut, really, really good for the gut microbiome. And, a lot of greens too, broccoli, kale, whatever you can eat green, wheatgrass, all those are amazing, wonderful, wonderful foods that you can eat for the gut, and it'll make you feel a lot better, and very, very nourishing as well. So, I would definitely try it out and see if it makes you, makes you feel better. If not, keep doing it every single day. Another thing, social connections. Social is so important that we have the right circle. We have positive people in our circle. We have supportive people. We have good, intimate relationships. Because if you are in an abusive relationship, or if you have toxic people around you, or people that just don't support your, your goals and your dreams, you're going to feel not so good. You're not going to feel whole, and you want to feel whole. You want to feel good. You want to feel amazing. That's why we're here. We want this wonderful, amazing body to feel good in our minds. And we don't want to feel like we're like dragged down all the time by people or foods or, situations. So, eating the right foods, being around the right people. If you don't have good people in your circle, what you need to do is start, changing your network, because that's going to make a difference on how you feel emotionally and physically. So another thing is, like I said, your environment plays a huge role. If you are in a toxic environment, with there's a lot of smog, say you live in the big city, New York or LA, or somewhere where there's a lot of toxins, what you need to do is do chlorophyll daily, do some you know, exercising, that's gonna make you sweat. Sweat relieves toxins. It's really good to sweat. And be around like-minded people. Like I said, if your work environment is toxic, you might, think about changing your work environment and go to maybe a, different situation, if possible. If your city that you feel like, you don't belong, or it's not for your highest good, then, you can go somewhere as well with that, because, sometimes we get in places that just don't feel warm and fuzzy, and we have to switch it up. It makes a big difference. And, the next one's spiritual. We all have, some type of spiritual practice, if you pray to God, or, whatever spiritual practice you have. Me, myself, I believe that God is the most amazing thing. And if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. I've had quite a few near-death experiences, and the good Lord has pulled me through it so I can help other people. So I honor God daily. I wake up, sometimes I don't wake up warm and fuzzy, but I wake up and I express my gratitude to still be here, and be of service to other people, and know that, my time's still, it's not up yet. I'm still here. So God has a plan, and he knows that, each and every one of us, we wake up the next day, he's not done with us yet. So, there's so many people fighting for their life. And when we start feeling, entitled, or feeling like, we just don't have enough, or we're not enough, then, sit down and write a gratitude journal. It really, really does help. It makes a huge difference when you write about gratitude and how grateful you are just to be here. So, and that's how I feel right now. Very grateful to be able to be honored and talk to you guys, and be happy in the moment, and just know that, life can be tough sometimes, but, as long as we keep pushing forward and have, a spiritual practice. So, something that we can look up to, that's our higher self. So, and we all need that, each and every one of us, everybody, even if you don't believe in God, you can have a higher, the higher universe, or whatever you believe in, but just, take time to reflect every day on your spiritual practice. Another thing, financial. That's a huge, huge thing when it comes to holistic, because if we are, financially in debt, then it's going to affect our entire, person of who we are. And we're not going to feel holistically well, because, we're in debt, and we don't have enough money for this, and we have to work this job and that job and this job. And we're constantly, trying to make money by doing so many different things. And in the meantime, our body's becoming unwell, and our mind's becoming unwell. So we have to sit down and find a system that works good for us, and how we can actually implement that system to be, the better version of ourselves, so we can make money from our money we have, or work for money to make money to invest it in something that we know is going to be profitable in the future. So, that's really, really important when it comes to finances, how you feel as a whole, because if you're broke, you're going to feel broke. It's like, unless you have this manifestation mind that you're constantly thinking about how wonderful, it is to have this money that's not there, which, sometimes we all do that, but you still have to go out there and work for it. So, and another thing is your intellectual, is a big thing on, do you have the right people around you, surrounding you, that you can have a good educational talk with, people that are not, a little bit lower grade than you, people that you can sit there and really discuss, maybe world things going on in the world, or politics, or something that's kind of important. Do you feel like you have enough education? If not, you can go out and do something, to become more educated. Do you feel like you can actually serve with your intellect, with what you've learned in your lifetime? Sometimes we can take in and take in and take in and take it, and when it's time to teach other people, we become frozen. And maybe because we have this imposter syndrome, where we feel like we're just not good enough, or people are going to make fun of us, or it's human nature to feel that way. And sometimes we get in this place where it's just like, I've learned all this, but am I really capable of teaching it? When in all actuality, we really are. We just have to, dig deep and realize that we are. And another one is, exercise. If I didn't talk about exercise, I talked about food, but I didn't talk much about exercise. Very crucial for the human body to keep moving forward, and for longevity, we have to have movement. They say it's good to have between 5,000, 10,000 steps a day. Some people don't get that, because they're busy doing other things and working and everything. But if you could at least get, 5,000 steps, or, exercise 30 minutes a day. If it's, take your dogs for a long walk, or, do some jumping jacks, or, do something that is going to increase your heart rate, make you sweat a little bit, and get the muscles moving. They have a rebounders. They're like the mini trampolines. So you can jump on those. You can do some hand weights, anything that is going to actually move the body, so you're moving and feeling really, energized. And it also makes you, it helps with our brain too, because it actually, stimulates our natural hormones, our happy hormones. And that's why they call, say people have a runner's high when they run, because it makes them feel good. They're running and they get this natural endorphins going, and then they feel amazing. So, that's another thing that's really, really good, with the healthy organic eating and the foods that, we tend to, overeat as Americans, we all do, it's just, and it's hard to, be very regimented, on a strict, healthy diet, with all these temptations. But, if you want to live a healthy, really healthy, balanced life, it's got to be an 80-20 rule. I'm not saying don't ever have that piece of pizza, but, don't have it every day. Have it, every once in a while. Have that little piece of cake every once in a while, or that little cookie, So, it's all in balance. And that's how living the holistic lifestyle is. Everything's in balance. We want to be, as healthy as we can be by, 80-20 rule. And and another thing is, we have to be happy with ourselves, our careers, our lives in general. Because if we're not happy with who we are or where we are in any situation in our life, we can't be whole. It's not holistic. We have to sit down and write each and every area of our life and where we feel that we're lacking. And in that area is where we need to work on. And people can say they're perfect, but when it comes to all these different things, are you sleeping enough? Are you getting 8 hours of sleep? Or, are you drinking your water? Are you exercising? Do you have healthy mental health? It's hard to put everything, together and be aligned and balanced, without some little tiny hiccup in there. we all fall short sometimes, and don't beat yourself up because of it. We just have to know that we are here all living this human experience, doing the best we can, to stay alive and have this amazing, wonderful life with our friends, our family, our coworkers, and just enjoying the moments that we have. So with that said, that's just a little sample of my holistic wellness. And I do have, a lot more information on my website, holisticlifestylenow.com. It's being revised right now. So, there's a few things that aren't really working all the way. And you can email me if you're interested in any of my courses. I have mastermind.com. I also, email me at mtlevine4180@gmail.com, and I would be more than happy to get back with you. But thank you for listening. And you need to have a wonderful, 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 holistic day and evening and week. Namaste.